First game we're looking at today is Arsenal against Portsmouth at the Emirates Stadium. Now, Steve, I know you've seen Portsmouth this week. We'll come on to them in a moment. But I want to begin with Arsenal. Last week I asked you if Arsenal at 10-1 had any chance of winning the title, and you said no. They've started the season really well with a great win last weekend and then a win in Europe against Celtic. Has anything that you've seen from them this week changed your mind about their title chances?
No, I don't see them winning the title. I don't see that squad and that side being strong enough to do the duration. They always start well. I mean, I think this time last year and the year before, they played some fantastic stuff. You know, and, I mean, this is their time of the year. It's only when the injuries and the suspensions start to bite, you know, one or two players get as I say, go out of the side, and you know, that's when they struggle for replacements. So, no, I don't see at this stage. I don't see them as, you know, finishing, you know, above some of the other sides. But it's a great start for them. And
betting-wise, maybe this is a time of year to be looking at Arsenal on the match betting to win games, I guess.
Well, they are. I mean, as you say, I mean, the first 12 to 15 games, invariably, they're very, very good. It just, you know, it coincides with as I say, they get a few injuries and the weather changes, and they're not able to play that fantastic football that we associate with. But no, I mean, they've started brilliantly. There's no disrespect to you. You can't knock them for the way they've started. And if they continue to play like that, they'll go very close. It's just whether or not they can, as I say, come up against the injuries and the suspensions, whether they can handle that. And at this stage, there are better sides, bigger squad, should I say, that are better equipped to do that.
Yeah, the win that they had last weekend, Arsenal over Everton 6-1, has seen them come racing in the title market. They were 10-1 to win the title. They're now into 9-2. So a huge...
Another overreaction again.
Massive overreaction.
We love an overreaction, don't we, here?
There's no rhyme or reason to that, really, is there? After one win, it's extraordinary. Moving on to Portsmouth, Steve, you saw them play Birmingham this week and they lost that game 1-0. Tell us a little bit about your views, your thoughts on the team.
Well, the team is a 4-5-1. It's not going to score enough goals. I said that before the season. They very much much of a muchness. They've got 4 players in there, 4 players playing in midfield who could play in midfield are very much the same. McQuaina, Hughes, Diop. You know, these are all very much similar players.
There's not a lot of creativity in there, is there?
Look at Cranchard to create goals, and Picon up front to get them a goal. And I've seen them in the 2 games actually. In the home game on Saturday, you know, they had a go. There's no doubt about that. I think they had something like 15 shots on target in the game, but weren't able to capitalise on one of those. They haven't got a goal scorer. They haven't got a team that really, with any real fluency going forward. And you just get the feeling that they've set the stall out to be difficult to beat, but there doesn't appear to be a lot of method in going forward and how we're going to score goals and how we're going to win games of football. And you know, that was fine last year when they had points on the board and they had to just accumulate a certain amount more to stay up. It's different this year. And
if you're playing that way, Steve, and as you say, you've seen them, if you're going to Arsenal this weekend with that sort of system, I mean, what hope have Portsmouth possibly got of getting anything from this match?
Well, your problem is when you go a goal behind. I mean, that's the difficulty. They were a goal behind after 15 minutes at home to Fulham and couldn't break them down. You know, I know they conceded late on Wednesday night against Birmingham, but it's still damage limitation. And damage limitation, let's be honest, if you're not scoring goals, will not keep you up.
No, absolutely. Well, in terms of staying up, Portsmouth, we've watched them come racing in all summer in the market. They're now as short as evens to be relegated. They were 5-1, 6-1 at the end of last season, so a big change there. Well, looking at the bets we picked out for you on the game, the first bet is on Arsenal to win both halves at a price of 5-4. We had a couple of these bets for you last week. It is different from the half-time, full-time market. This is actually on Arsenal to win 2 separate 45 minutes of football against Portsmouth. So it's a bigger price than the half-time, full-time. That's at 5-4. And the second bet is on Andrei Arshavin to score at any time. That's available at a price of 11-8.
I think as well, if you're not quite convinced about the 2 halves, have a look at Arsenal maybe to win to 0. Something like that, because Portsmouth won't go there with any great ambition. It will be, very, as I say, very much a rearguard action. And if they can't score at Birmingham, they can't score at home to Fulham, how likely are they to score at Arsenal? So just have a look and shop around, see what the prices are for Arsenal to win.
And if you've seen them, Stephen, you're saying that it's very difficult to see them score. It's certainly worth looking at. It will probably be odds on. I think we've mentioned the bookies have wised up to this a little bit,
much so.
But it's still worth looking at.